Go download my free legato course right now and learn to play fast in the fastest way possible. Can you learn to do effective alternate picking while you anchor your pinky on the body of the guitar? And I never say that you can't do anything, because you never know. You never know if you're the one who proves me wrong, right? Because human beings are amazing at adapting to, almost anything. But I would say this is why I recommend so hard that you take your PC bone and place it where the low E string meets the bridge, and you keep a fixed reference point when you learn picking. I'm floating a little bit, but that's because I've been picking so long. When I was learning it, I made sure that I had the same reference point. So this feeling of picking the E string is exactly the same position with your hand, because it reduces massively the amount of information that your brain has to take in and how much it has to learn. Because Monday you sit like this, Tuesday you sit like this, Wednesday you sit a little bit like this, or in between, in the actual practice session, you change your position a little bit, which makes the brain and the muscles do just a tiny little bit of a different movement, hitting the string. It's just mayhem. And when you put your pinky here on the body of the guitar, and that's your reference point, just look at all the stuff. How are you going to achieve a steady, even picking depth? Because the picking depth, how far in your pick is towards the body, is going to determine how much resistance you encounter when you pick, right? If it's in there, it's a lot of resistance. If you're just picking in the surface of the string, it's a little bit of resistance. And that resistance has to be the same all the time for you to be able to pick effortlessly. Because then the brain knows exactly how much power it has to use up and down in order to produce an even picking motion. And that's the challenge isn't speed, the challenge is accuracy and precision. And if you hold your pinky here on the body of the guitar, then how are you going to adjust your picking depth, right? And we're talking tenths of millimeters here, or maybe hundreds of millimeters. So that's why, that floating reference point that isn't really fixed when it comes to depth and position with regards to string. Because the string feels differently when you pick it down here than if you pick it down here. It becomes harder and more inflexible the closer you are to the bridge. So you want to have the same distance to the bridge and to the head every single time. So you have to learn less, right? So that's why I consider it an inefficient idea to anchor your pinky there. And if you feel, I've been doing that for 20 years, Claus, then just practice the other thing, right? Be determined to practice it. I have done these. I used to hold my pick with 3 fingers like this. And that was a huge thing to start holding it with 2. And it felt like, I have no control. But then, after 3-4 weeks of doing that, I felt like I had so much more control over the pick and the details of how to pick. So I warmly recommend that you take your PC bone and place it where the low E string meets the perfect position for palm muting and for picking and for muting while you pick. But you can prove me wrong. You can say, Claus, I'm going to prove to you, this is my life mission, that you can actually learn extremely effective alternate picking by anchoring your pinky to the body of the guitar. But you could also just do what I say and save yourself some time.